Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin. If you're new here, if you're not, thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to get into how my September budget went. So what did I spend my money on versus how I thought I was going to spend my money. I will just get into it because it was not that pretty. Starting off here, we have my housing and utilities, so those fixed costs for the most part. We have my half of the mortgage was normal. Electricity, I budgeted $100 and ended up only needing to spend $84.50, which was great. Water was $10.18, internet $23, trash $14. Those are fixed bills. Phone $37.89. So bills-wise, things went well. Auto insurance was right on the money, $150, $190. Fuel, I only spent $88.64 in September, so not bad. Moving on to my debt section here, I paid my minimum payment, paid $310 extra onto my auto loan, paid the $80 towards my mom's care credit, and then we get into where things got a little haywire. Food, I ended up spending $342.49 when I had budgeted only $275. So 67 over. And then for restaurants, I budgeted 50 and ended up spending 72.42. The main reason for that one going over is because we had an unexpected birthday party that I just didn't, we probably knew about it. I just forgot that we would be going out then, and we ended up wanting to eat out that day. So anyway, moving on, the entertainment, all was normal. So Spotify for $9.99, Amazon Prime $6.99, Hulu for 99 cents, and Sirius XM for $6.48. Although I, in October, so you'll see how much it costs and everything, unexpectedly bought a new phone. So I may be able to get rid of Sirius XM because I had it because my phone doesn't do Bluetooth. So if the new phone can replace my Sirius XM, then I might be able to cut that out of my budget. So we'll see about that in October. But moving on to the miscellaneous type expenses. For household, I budgeted $75 and ended up only spending $72.51, which is great. That was just some dry erase spray, body wash, cutlery, and then personal spending. Why am I like this? I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm just really bad about going over in the personal category. So personal spending, I budgeted $75 and spent $175. I got, what did I even get? Some clothes. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay. I did clothes, and then some of it was Goodwill, and I did buy stuff for other people, and I threw it in there. But I did also join a step bet, which was $40. So I went over by $100 in personal spending, so not good. And then for miscellaneous chili cook-off and soccer expenses, I spent $196.99 out of the $250 I had planned to spend, so not too shabby there. So yeah, overall, went a little over in food and personal, and so that definitely did not help me. So moving on, we'll go to savings and sinking funds here. I have my Roth IRA. I did not put any money in there in September. Brokerage, I didn't put any money in there in September. Propane, I did save the $100. I think of propane more like a utility, so there's no option but to save it. Home, I ended up spending $157.82 rather than putting any money into my home sinking fund. And I actually did not plan to save anything into home. So that was a major overage. But what it was, I got some bins from DG. Let's see. I bought a $70 laptop desk for my personal laptop because the desk that I use for work is just for work. And so only on the weekends can I kind of use it with my laptop. On weekdays, I really need my laptop out of the way, my personal one. But I still like to use it through the week. So I bought an expensive desk. I ended up buying outdoor chairs and an air mattress for camping and having people at bonfires because our chairs all got ripped up last year because they were cheap. And then I got some yard games. So yeah, kind of random stuff that I put into the home budget because I like to put furniture and larger expenses in there. Anyway, for vehicles, I overspent there too because I had planned to get my Jeep detailed. It needed it really bad. And I planned $250 because the first quote I got was going to be $250. Ended up picking a different company because they could come to me. I wouldn't have to go to them. And I will say, we'll never go back to them. So they did not. For the work, I paid over $300, and for the work they did, I would pay them $125 at most. They did not get the fur out. They didn't get almost anything out of the carpet. The exterior was still dirty. Like they didn't even take the cover off of my like spare wheel to clean out the leaves and wash that wheel. Like what the heck. So yeah, wouldn't recommend them. Anyway, so yeah, I spent $351, so that was an overage of $100 in my vehicle budget, which sucked. Vacations, I did actually put $100 into my savings fund for vacation. For gifts, I went way over. I budgeted 50, spent 188. And that was on some clothes. Some of it I put away for Christmas. Some of it I went ahead and gave to people. A lot of it was birthday presents. We had 2 family birthdays that I totally forgot about. So like I said, I did have to get some birthday presents. So yeah. And I did not actually decide to pull that out of my gifts sinking fund. I just waited till the end of the month to see if it would normalize somehow. So family, I budgeted 25, ended up spending 43. That's almost entirely groceries or like really small stuff that my mom might need, like sheets, things like that. So nothing, not too bad there. Went a little over, but it's okay. For my emergency fund, I budgeted to put 300 into it, and I did put the 300 into my emergency fund. And then we can get down to the income and see how all this turned out with all the overspending, because there was quite a bit. So in the beginning of September, I was not sure when my start date would be for my new job. I had just accepted the offer in the very beginning of September. So I'd already set my budget assuming that I would not be getting a raise. So I budgeted 2 normal paychecks. And in addition to that, in August, I actually came in quite a bit under budget and had $158 left over. So I rolled that into September. Because I knew ahead of time I was going to struggle because it's fall and we do a chili cook-off and the soccer spending. So anywho, luckily, I did end up starting my new job in September. So I did get the raise, as you all are already aware. So I got 1 check from my previous pay scale, 1 check from the new one, which was a difference of $240 than what I thought I was going to get check-wise. And then I did bring in that $158.99 from August and $14 from returning something that I bought in August. So with that, I did bring in enough extra money that it almost evened out the overspending. So I brought in $3,600, spent $3,660, and so I had negative $55.97 left over. And the reason you still see this left over is because I did not take anything out of savings to cover that overage. I chose to roll it into October. So when I go through my October budget, you'll see that I started October with a negative $55 in the income section. And if it turns out that I need to normalize that pulling out of savings in October, that's what I'll do. But I'm hoping I can just normalize it with just my October budget and not worry about it. So that is what I did with that overage. Whenever it's just like negative $5, I leave it up to the checking account because I have a little bit of buffer in there. But anything more than like $5 or $6, I'm going to either roll it over or pull money from savings to cover it. This time it was just like already October by the time I realized it was gonna not normalize. So I just let it roll into October. So that is what happened with the income. Lastly, I'll show you my little breakdowns here. So this was my budgeted breakdown. I had planned to spend 21% on housing, 8 on auto, 20 on debt, 9 on food, 12 on miscellaneous, because that miscellaneous section has the cook-off in it. Now, what actually happened was quite a bit different. So housing ended up only being 16 because I did bring in more income. So that throws these off. Debt ended up being 18, but I did make the exact debt payments I planned to make. It just, like I said, the income throws it off. So then everything kind of, it looked okay. It was split up. Like I said, I had some overages in September. I'm really struggling to not overspend in the personal category. I have a really bad habit of if I walk into Walmart, I'll go straight to the clearance clothes. I don't know what it is. I can't avoid it. It's so hard. So I try really hard to not need to go to Walmart, but I am who I am. So anyway, yeah, I know in October it's going to be tough to meet that personal budget. Another goal is to hopefully stay on track with my chili cook-off spending and soccer team spending. I want to get them some prizes and stuff, an MVP prize, that kind of thing. So we will see. I look forward to sharing how the heck I did in October with you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, whatever it is for you, morning, noon, or night. Live it up, guys. Thanks for watching.